Ancy and company, stand up. Why are you not following the class? Get out of the class right now before I report all of you to the head of the department, thundered our class teacher. But by now, we were used to this. And I suppose even our teachers were used to the nagging presence of Ancy and company, the most mischievous students of the school. Suddenly, my friend Lucy whispered to the rest of the group, "Guys, we still have 45 minutes left for the bell to ring. What if we slowly slip away to the nearby park and enjoy ourselves?" So, the plan was made. We sneaked out of the school and reached the nearby park. We sat down on the benches and bought ice creams. There we were, talking, laughing, and licking the ice creams in our newfound freedom, when I happened to spot a somewhat known face wandering in the park. She sat down at a nearby bench and took out a book. I called my friends. "Hey guys, why does she look so familiar? See that woman over there?" Lucy took one look at her and immediately confirmed my suspicion. "Oh my god, guys! She's our new maths teacher! The one who joined last week! We'll all be in deep trouble!" Lucy was already freaking out. Will apparently came to the rescue. He confidently said, "Guys, relax. She was absent today. She'll never know we are skipping school. Relax, breathe." But I cut him short. "Excuse me, I guess you're just forgetting that we are still in our school uniforms." That did it for us. A split second later, we ran for our lives and managed to reach the school, scrambling over the unguarded backyard wall and praying that our teacher did not spot us. Hopefully, we were safe and out of trouble yet another time. I suddenly jerked up. The sound of vehicles brought me back to the present. Yes, a bleak present that I did not want to come back to. A present where I was traveling to my new locality in a new city amongst new people to embrace a new lifestyle. After a few moments of watching the quickly passing trees by the highway with blurred eyes, I settled back into my seat. I closed my eyes, and in my mind, I traveled back in time. I traveled back to my sweet past, my dear old friends, my school that I had often neglected. They all had been everyday parts of my life. My school, which I had so often skipped because I knew I had the next day to go back there, was suddenly so far away. My friends, who were my happiness, and now they were texting me to know if I was safe. My little space in the world, my forever, had been snatched away from me way too soon. Here I was, sitting in the car, memories flooding me, and the same thought echoing in my hollow mind. I had left everyone behind. My father had been promoted, so we had to move from my lovely picturesque village of Appleby to the crowded and fast-paced London. I heard my mother addressing me. "Ancy, dear, you're looking so lost. I was calling you for some time now. You are sitting in the car, but mentally, you seem far away in Appleby." "I understand, dear. I know you miss your friends already. But don't worry, okay? You will make new friends here as well." I heard my mom speak, and fleeting visions of Will, Lucy, Dean, and Pam crossed my mind. But I was too tired to explain anything to anyone, so I just shrugged and replied, "No, Mom, it's nothing. I'm just a bit tired." After an hour's drive, we finally reached home. Yes, that was what I'd have to call this new house now, where we'd be staying, my home. I went inside the bathroom and took a hot shower. I stayed in there for quite some time, left alone with my thoughts. I did not want to come out. There I was, alone, with no one to hear my sobs. Later that evening, I was too tired to sit down at the table with everyone and eat. So, I retired to my room early. The next day was going to be important. I packed my school bag, new books, new pencil box, and knew everything, and was all set for attending my new school the next day. "Hey darling, wake up." I shrugged. "Ancy, child, wake up. You don't want to be late for the first day of your new school, do you?" "What? New school?" Oh, right. It all came flooding back to me. I opened my eyes. My mom was sitting beside me. She looked happy. She was smiling. My dad's promotion had really made her happy. A bigger house, a better locality. She indeed deserved that much for all the love and care with which she nurtured her family. I got out of my bed and changed into my new uniform. It was a fancy set, no doubt, but not as comfortable as my old set. Half an hour went by, and I found myself walking through the gates of my new private school, St. John's International School. It was a prestigious and magnificent school with many fancy kids. And I wondered, now that I am in this school, would I ever be able to fit into this place? Friends are really something. They act like fools most of the time, goofing around, disturbing you like no one can. But they never make you feel lonely. And now, in the school with thousands of students, why do I feel so left out? Probably this is life. Real, harsh life. Clearly not a bed of roses without your friends.
Ow! A sharp pain brought me back to my senses. Oh no! Walking through the crowded corridor, lost in my thoughts, I had bumped into someone and we both had fallen down. Are you fine? Did you get hurt? I looked at the person addressing me, the person I had bumped into. He was a good-looking boy, about my age, well-shaped, and had shining eyes that scanned me with concern. He was athletic and had already got up and was holding out his hand to help me up. No, I'm just fine. I'm so sorry, I was lost in my thoughts, and thank you. I mumbled apologies and notes of gratitude quickly. My face was red as I saw a bunch of kids staring. Wow, what an experience to have on the first day of a new school. The boy shrugged. Fine then, take care, he said and walked off. He seemed popular, walking with his group, smiling and talking. So lucky to have friends, I thought, and I walked off. It had been 3 days into my new school, but nothing had changed. Fortunately, I fit in and did not attract a lot of attention despite being the newcomer. It was a plain routine, no pranking the teachers, no chatting in class, no skipping school. I had become a normal 16 years old schoolgirl with a boring routine. Like the other days, I walked towards the hall, took my regular seat, and was sitting with my lunchbox open. Just then, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I turned back to see a familiar pair of shining eyes. Only this time, the boy who had helped me get up on my first day was smiling. Hey, remember me? He asked. Of course, I'm still sorry about that day, I replied. Oh, that's fine. By the way, I'm Jay. I hear you're a new girl. Have you made friends here, or will I be the first one? He smiled and sat down next to me, joining me for lunch. I was talking to my friends when I heard Jay calling me. Hey Ancy, come here once. Yeah, things had changed in the past 2 months of me being in this new school. I now had a group of new friends and got along really well with them. But that one friend I actually looked forward to seeing every day was my cute and smart best friend Jay. Yeah, you heard me right, my best friend. I have never met someone like him. He was a different kind of person, smart, friendly, empathetic, perpetually happy, and above all, very kind and understanding. I had never met someone like him and did not expect to do so. Someone who made me feel so comfortable and special. It had been 2 months only that I had been in this school, but our friendship had developed real quick. We even had our own secrets and inside jokes, and he helped me develop myself as an individual by helping me study for my exams. I did not skip school anymore because he forbade me to do so. We had our little parties at our houses, only Jay and me. And he also got me enrolled into the school painting club. We had a little routine that we never skipped. We went back to the hall every day and had lunch together in one corner. Just the two of us. His friends had also absorbed me quickly into their group. Yes, things had really changed for the better. However, Over the past week, something else was on my mind. I knew all of Jay's secrets and dreams, and of them, his biggest wish was to join the army. He had told me this when I had complimented him on his punctuality, responsibility, and discipline. But these last few days, he was getting too engaged with my schedule and my studies, and I could see that in order to get his prankster on track, he was slightly losing focus. He spent more time with me in my painting club appreciating my paintings than he usually should. So I decided to talk more to the other students and less to Jay so that he could focus on his work. The first few days it was very difficult because Jay was really suspicious and kept asking me why I was being quiet. However, for the last couple of days, he seemed normal and did not bombard me with questions during lunch. At the moment, Jay gestured to me. He looked excited. I walked over to him and he told me quickly, "Do you know Sara?" "Of course," I replied. "She's the school singer, right? Who wouldn't know her? Half the school is running after her all the time. She's so popular." I giggled. Jay, however, did not laugh. He said, "Yeah, the popular Sara. She came up to me today and she expressed her feelings for me." I was taken aback. I had not seen that coming at all. "What? And what was your reply?" I asked him. "That is why I called you here, of course. You're my best friend, Ancy. Come on, tell me. What should I do now?" he asked me. That day, walking home from school was a long journey. I felt empty, like my very first day here. I thought about my decision. I thought about what I had told Jay to do. I had told him to accept Sara's proposal. Jay was my best friend, and I should have been happy for him, right? But why was I feeling so sad? I was his closest friend, and the thought of seeing him with some other girl upset me. No, don't get me wrong. I wasn't trying to be possessive or jealous. But I was not ready to watch all of it. I was not ready to eat lunch alone in the hall once again. Once I was in my room, I sat down and in my mind, I went through the whole episode again. I remembered each word clearly. Jay said, "You're my best friend, Ancy. Come on, tell me, what should I do now?" It took me a moment. Only a moment. I don't really know what I was thinking, but I smiled and said, "Of course, you should say yes. What are you waiting for? That'll make you happy, right?" "Yeah," Jay replied. You're sure about this?" "Yeah." Okay then. I'll say yes to her." "Yeah. Congrats, Jay. You should be happy now," I said, and walked out of the class without looking back at him for once.